Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Cowboys star Trayvon Diggs trolls Giants in new post. This time of the NFL league year is always quiet, but Dallas Cowboys corner Trayvon Diggs is spicing things up with a new post. The New York Giants are unveiling a new uniform set comprised of older jerseys, pants, and helmets, and Diggs is apparently not a fan. On May 17, Diggs responded to a post from Pro Football Focus asking social media if they liked the Giants' new look. The Cowboys corner didn't need many words to express his feelings. Diggs posted on X. New York's new throwback set is certainly adventurous, as it combines the Giants' longtime red and blue with a set of beige pants. The helmets feature an old-school wing design that looks great on a college team like Michigan, but it is extremely rare to see at the NFL level. Either way, Diggs isn't afraid to make his thoughts known. That should come as no surprise, considering Diggs publicly recruited his brother Stephon to the Cowboys, although that didn't end up working out. Back in September of 2023, the Cowboys suffered a major setback as Diggs tore his ACL in practice. Diggs was coming off back-to-back Pro Bowl campaigns, and had already nabbed an interception and swatted 2 passes in 2 games. But injuries can strike at any point, and the Cowboys lost Diggs early. In some ways, it set up the rise of fellow corner Darren Bland, who was a first-team All-Pro in 2023. Of course, it would have been preferable to see both of them excel simultaneously. The silver lining of the injury is that it happened fairly early in the season. Diggs has been recovering for 8 months since, and should be at 100% health by the time training camp rolls around. Meanwhile, Stephon Gilmore has yet to sign with Dallas or elsewhere in free agency. It's not clear why he's still a free agent, but the 33-year-old and the Cowboys may be monitoring the finish to Diggs' recovery before making a move. Coming into May, it was a bit surprising that Gilmore still didn't have a team. He's a 2-time All-Pro and 4-time Pro Bowler who also is coming off a season with Dallas with 2 interceptions and 13 passes defended. But according to Gilmore, the issue is age. In an interview with CBS Sports' Josina Anderson, Gilmore explains that he is more particular and teams are more wary about his age. "I'm still focused on playing, but it has to be the right opportunity. I feel like it's the age thing with some of these teams. If I was 28, I would already have been signed by now. At the same time, I know the value I still bring," Gilmore said. Gilmore backing himself makes sense, especially after another solid campaign in 2023. He may be reaching the tail end of his career, but he is still playing at a high level. Spotrac estimates that he is worth a 1-year, $9 million contract. He's running out of time to maximize his income, so it wouldn't be surprising to see him wait as long as possible to try and capitalize on a team's injury or performance issues. Cowboys draft class review of rookie minicamp shows they are the right kind of guys. It hasn't even been a full month since the 2024 NFL Draft, but the new Dallas Cowboys draftees have not wasted any time getting their minds and bodies ready for their first season in the NFL. The Cowboys coaches are going to ask a lot of their rookies this season, depending on them to fill important positions on this roster. While that may seem like a lot of pressure to put on the young guys, they all seem to be enthusiastically accepting to the challenge. The draft brought 3 new faces to the offensive line: Tyler Guyton, Cooper Beebe, and Nathan Thomas. This is a position group where the young guys will be taking on a lot of responsibility. Not only are they replacing Tyron Smith and Tyler Baiadas, but the team will be looking to the offensive line to be the driving force for the running game that is using a RB by committee approach. The first-round pick, Guyton, is absolutely ecstatic about the opportunity to be playing for his favorite team and is already working to take over protecting Dak Prescott's blind side at left tackle. He didn't want to wait until the team's rookie minicamp to get started. Just 2 days after he was drafted, he already started working on transitioning back to LT. Nick Harris from DallasCowboys.com quoted him saying, "I couldn't wait to get up here. You can either sit at home for 2 weeks, or get to work. Dighton isn't the only offensive lineman to hit the ground running on a position shift after the draft. Cooper Beebe, who mostly played guard in college, confirmed that coaches reached out to let him know that he would be competing for the spot at center this season. At the rookie minicamp, Patrick Walker of DallasCowboys.com tweeted about how comfortable Beebe already looked at the position. There are a lot of reasons for fans to be excited about Beebe, and his gritty attitude about his style of play only adds to the excitement. The term "dirt people" has now been making waves all over Cowboys Nation. One of the most important attributes of a great offensive line is the connection between each other, understanding each other's play style, tendencies, and communication styles. Dighton and Beebe have been able to get a jumpstart on that aspect as well. They've been working closely together at building that connection and making sure that they motivate and lift up one another. In an article by Nick Harris from DallasCowboys.com, Beebe expanded on their relationship so far at the rookie minicamp. "Last night, we were doing walkthroughs in the hotel together just to make sure we're on the same page," Beebe said. "I'll quiz him about stuff, he'll quiz me. Just to keep us fresh and to make sure we know our stuff." The 7th-round OL draftee, Nathan Thomas, has some ground to make up to earn himself a starting role on this roster, but he already possesses a few of the ingredients that are needed in order for him to do just that: his attitude and work ethic. After getting drafted, Michael Gelkin quoted him saying that he is someone who's going to war every day, who's going to do their job. "I'm coming in there to dominate, meet the expectations and exceed them. I'm just glad they're willing to give me the opportunity to show them that." Proposed trade sees Cowboys land $81 million receiver. The Dallas Cowboys would be an ideal landing spot for this veteran receiver. In a trade scenario proposed by Inside the Stars Mario Herrera Jr., the Cowboys would acquire 5-time Pro Bowl wide receiver Deandre Hopkins from the Tennessee Titans in exchange for a 5th-round pick. Herrera argues that although Hopkins is coming off a rebound season, he posted 75 catches for 1,057 yards and 7 touchdowns with lackluster quarterback play, the Titans could look to get younger and stockpile draft capital. Tennessee looks to get younger at the position to grow with second-year QB Will Levis, and a 32-year-old Hopkins could be expendable, writes Herrera Jr. The Titans have just 4 total 2025 draft picks and only one in the top 3 rounds. Dallas should offer a 5th-round pick in exchange for Nook. While the Cowboys would certainly welcome the addition of a 3rd established receiver following the release of Michael Gallup Jr. this offseason, Herrera makes sure to stress that the Titans would have to take on some of his 2024 salary due to the Cowboys' recent cap-restrained approach. Execution of this trade would require the Titans to take on some of his 2024 salary, writes Herrera. Stephen Jones will scoff at his current cap hit of $18 million. Hopkins, who previously signed an $81 million contract extension in 2017 with the Houston Texans, is on the verge of entering the final year of a 2-year, $26 million deal he signed with the Titans in 2023. The idea of the Cowboys adding a 3rd veteran receiver is a realistic idea. Dallas will likely enter training camp with CeeDee Lamb and Brandon Cooks as the top 2 receivers, with young and unproven receivers such as Jalen Tolbert, Kavonde Turpin, and rookie Ryan Flournoy competing for the slot position. Tolbert has just 29 catches for 268 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns through the first 2 seasons of his career, while Turpin has largely served as a return specialist, notching just 13 catches for 136 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns during his career. While the Titans likely won't be contending for a Super Bowl this season with second-year quarterback Will Levis entering training camp as the unquestioned starter, it's hard to envision Tennessee trading his best and most dependable receiving weapon before his first full season as starter. Despite being 32 years of age, Hopkins is still the Titans' go-to receiver, with former first-round pick Treylon Burks proving to be a bust so far in his career after posting just 49 catches for 665 receiving yards and 1 touchdown during the first 2 seasons of his career. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of DeAndre Hopkins? Leave your opinion in the comments.